This week on Losers of Initiative.
All right, Cole. I'm leaving it on you. You mother. God damn.
I can't control the rolls.
I rolled the exact same time as Cole, and I got a 9.
What'd you roll, Cole, for the listeners at home?
15.
Then you needed a what?
13.
I hate everything about you.
I'm sorry.
All right, so Akhtar is he's climbed the tree. He's a good probably 40 feet above the surface of the water, and he's going to dive in, trying to cross as far as he can, land in the water, and then swim the rest of the way. So because you don't have to swim very far, it's just it's going to be a standard swim roll, okay? I want to see how far across you get, though. So do you have jumping skill?
I do not. I don't see a jump.
Yeah, I don't think you do. I think probably could.
What about like acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics would work. So you don't have jumping skills. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and roll a 3d6 based off of your strength.
Your worst
Strength
stat.
9.
Awesome.
Yes. Sure, it's not Dex.
Positive.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's 12.
Missed it by 3. All right, so go ahead and make a swimming check. So you jump as far as you can, and you look funny as you're flailing through
It's
the
not
air.
very far.
Yeah, and he's not
half belly flop in the river.
Not graceful, not as far as he wanted to go. But,
And swimming at skill 10. Come on. 12. Of course, it lands on
okay.
5.
So now go ahead and make a health skill or a health ability check.
Alrighty.
This is fun.
Health. Oh, 12.
12.
Yep. That's
11.
Okay. So yeah, you look horrible jumping in. You hit the water, and then you're
swim like crap, too.
You're flailing, but the current just sucks you in and tumbles you around like it did with Nulk, and it poops you out on the other way further down. But I actually want to see if you make it to the other side or not. Roll a d6, just one d6. You do. Okay, so you do make it to the other side, but yeah, it was not pretty, and you are very winded. You're kind of like Nulk was.
Right.
That river just kicked your butt.
I'm kind of going to get on the river and just give like a bit of a rocky.
Yeah.
And then collapse.
Yeah, didn't do it very well. Almost didn't make it, but...
All right, I'm up. Coog.
Do you have jumping skill?
To the water, I do.
What is your jumping skill?
11.
Okay, make that jumping roll.
Rolled a 11.
Okay, now make a swimming check.
Swimming needing a 10. Oh, God. 16.
Okay, well, since you made your jumping roll, you actually get to add 3 to your swimming
Yeah,
check.
it doesn't help. I still need
But
a
I
14.
mean, he's wounded.
No, 13.
So I mean, doesn't
Yeah.
that jumping like
No, but
tear a wound?
that's how we can sort of justify your bad roll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
because
why. Yeah.
You jumped, and so you looked pretty good as he's going into the water. But as soon as you hit the water,
The pain flared up.
Yep, and now go ahead and make a health roll.
Health roll of 13. Got a 8.
Okay, so yeah, same basic thing. You know, this river is almost kicking everybody's butt when they're
That's why
trying
we
to
didn't
cross
want
it.
to do this.
Yeah.
No, I mean, with his open wounds, does he get diseases?
Shut up, Nate. Just make your damn rolls.
All right, so yeah, they're both across, and they're both like,
See, it's all right.
Do we end up close to each other on shore, though? I was
yeah,
gonna ask you
actually,
that.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because we both.
Did it
Botched
terribly.
it, yeah.
The same kind of terrible.
So yeah, you lose all rest that you have built up.
I'm resting on the shore. I'm not
When you
moving
get
from
there,
the
I
shore.
kind of just look at you. Good form. It was a good jump.
Coog,
but,
thanks.
Now, see, someone's gonna have to jump in and save me because I'm gonna.
You're going to be the one?
Yeah.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
do
feel
the
it?
absolute dick.
Does Nulk have jumping skill?
No,
Okay, so
I
good.
got acrobatics.
Oh yeah, make an acrobatics roll.
You got this.
What is it?
11. No, 13.
No.
That's okay. That's
Okay.
the one you're going to fail. That's
Yeah, that's good. You
So
got that out of the way.
now go ahead and make a swimming check,
This is the one you don't want to fail.
That is a 9.
and your swimming is
11. No, 12.
All right, so you swim across. Yeah, none of you had great form. Coog looked all right, but yeah, when he hit the water,
way
it just
in.
was horrible. But yeah, you're all across.
Unlike Taco Bell, it looked good going in, but not coming
Yeah,
out.
coming out, right. He senses that duty.
Yeah.
All right, so Nulk, you're the least affected by the current.
As I mean, my third time across, I feel like I should be.
Get a bonus at least.
Yeah, I'm like,
Of
yeah,
some sort.
Follow me.
How far are we from
Yeah,
the...
Nulk, they're about 200 feet further down the river than you are.
Follow me.
We're gonna.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go down to them,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'm just picking up some branches and mud and stuff as I'm going, and I'm gonna use my camouflage.
Okay.
Skill.
What camouflage skill is camouflaging some like object or thing that you don't want others to see passing by.
Maybe my friends.
Well, if they're moving through the woods,
Yeah, if they're not-
that wouldn't
if
work.
We're standing
But
still.
I have stealth as well, so...
Right.
Do you have
Every-
stealth?
Yeah,
everybody
everybody
has
has
a
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah,
so it's just
We'll
all
be all right.
stealth
so
up there.
can I, like, honestly, can I do like Arnold in Predator and kind of camouflage myself a little bit so that I don't blend, like, so I don't stick out as much?
That's all kind of considered into the stealth skill.
Okay.
Things like
There's
you-
nothing I can do to bolster that stealth skill at all, though?
Not really.
Okay. Okay. So then I'm gonna stealth it.
So you're going to lead, and then we'll follow.
Yeah.
What's the marching order going to be? Cole, do you want to be last?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably best.
And I'll be in the middle?
Yeah.
Just on the weakest, apparently.
Okay, 13, and I needed a 13.
Okay. Success.
Mine's an 11, and I got a 8.
Okay.
Boy, pressure is on for this. I need a 10. Mine's a 10. I got a 13.
Okay, so Nulk, you get to the camp, and you see that big stick skewer with the big lump of meat on it is still there, but there's no sign of any painted men outside.
Okay, I'm gonna... I guess I'm gonna try and use my tracking on the footprints to see which are most recent.
You're gonna go into the camp then?
Well, from like, I'm stealthing up to as far as I can without going directly into it and seeing if I can see like fresh tracks versus older tracks and where they went.
From 20 feet away?
Yeah, with my acute vision.
I don't think that's what...
Yowza.
All right,
That's
so
a penalty or 2.
I'll give you a tracking roll at a 5 penalty.
Okay. So 7 or less.
Good lord.
I mean,
It's better than not trying
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
Like, I'm like, I can't, because I want to see where they went. Like,
Right.
Right.
If they're just hiding in the bushes.
Right.
So, no.
I see 2 6s. What
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
third one?
yeah. It was a
3.
3.
All right,
So
so yeah.
that's a 15.
You can see that there's some, tracks, and there's actually a lot of foot traffic around in between the huts and stuff.
Like I expected, but I was looking for the more
Yeah, you
recent.
can't really tell what's recent and not. You probably could if you were like right up on them and kind of looking, but yeah.
Yeah, but my dwarf eyes can't see that far.
Can I make some sort of a ritual ceremony check to see if anything suspicious was done via the fire in the middle, or
Check the flesh boat for sure.
maybe
Trying to see if there is a ceremony that involves.
maybe the kids that were taken, or maybe some kind of anything having to do with like, because obviously they didn't. He never saw the kids, right?
Correct, no sign of the
So,
kids.
was there like a ceremonial sacrifice, or
Like the lump of meat or something, you mean?
yeah?
Gotcha.
What we want to do then is.
Yeah, that's like a flesh carcass hanging from the
Right,
stick
and it turns out we were a day behind,
Right,
so they had a
right.
whole night to just
Barbecue
who knows,
that.
and then that may lead you guys, unbeknownst to me, but I'm more that inclined that way anyway. That may lead you guys more on that evil sort of mindset.
Right.
So I'll let you go ahead and use rituals and ceremonies, but I'm going to give you 2 penalties since it is sort of it's not your culture's rituals or ceremonies.
Just looking for signs of something.
All right.
Ritualistic.
9 is what we're aiming for.
Oh, my.
9 or less. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. No, 12.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't know. You're like looking and you're like, well, it could be, but maybe not. I'm not sure.
Right. Okay. So do we want to stealth? Maybe
I want to go check out the cave, to be
peel
honest.
the deal. I know, but isn't there like 5 huts there that could hold lots of people?
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is that we're not going to be able to fight them regardless.
Right.
So, I mean...
So we're going to have to
stealth by
up
any, no matter what.
up the cataracts or whatever.
Up
The cataracts.
The really
Yeah.
steep, windy path leading up to the ledges up top. 40 feet up.
Mild-eyed.
Yeah, what are you going for there?
No, what was it? What are those?
Cataphract.
Cataphract?
The big waterfalls in the Nile. Cataphracts.
All right.
Okay.
So we're
Yes.
going to climb up the cataracts.
Yes.
No, I don't know. I'm thinking that, like, we're outnumbered.
Yeah, 57.
If there's 20 guys down here, is irrelevant.
right.
There might as well be 1,000.
We're
Yeah,
gonna have to
like,
stealth
we're
them,
not gonna
stealth
fight
them no
them
matter
anyways.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Okay, I get that.
So I think we should just move on.
Yeah, there's no reason to look at
But
any of
Coog
these.
is too dumb to give a shite, so...
Well, shouldn't we look for kids here, though? At least stealthily? It could
Yeah,
be in
that's
one of these
true.
huts.
Yeah, the kids could be
You
in one
would
of the
be
huts.
especially inclined
Yeah,
to that.
that's true. Yeah. So I guess, check a couple huts. Well, you check 2 of them.
You check 2 of them, yeah. So
Yeah.
we only have
So
like,
you'd be
3
like-
left, 2 left. There's 4.
Yeah, ooga booga, and
I'll say there's 5 huts.
Yeah, I think you said
I think I've said
5.
4 and
Yeah.
5 back and
Right.
forth. There's
Yeah.
5.
So I'm going to
5.
check the other 3 that were not checked
Yeah,
by...
you said there were 4 and then the flesh hut.
Okay.
Yeah, the flesh boat hut.
flesh.
Yeah.
It's a skin boat.
Not what Nate saw.
Nope.
Nate saw
No.
something completely
Yep.
different.
They were stretching skin.
Yeah.
All right. So Coog, you're going to go up to one of the
Other 3.
other huts
Right.
and kind of try and see inside through a crack or a hole that you're making. All right. Make a stealth roll.
Stealth roll. 11, and so I got a 15. Failed it
Okay.
by 4.
So you're like,
Yeah.
but it's
To be honest, I really wouldn't care stealthily all that much. Like, once the idea of like, hey, the kids could be in one of these huts, it's like instant. I don't give a shit. I'll fight anybody I have to. You know what I mean?
okay. Well,
Which is probably why I did better.
it's about 2:00 in the afternoon.
My wound is hurting, so that's
you
why I
you
rolled
open
that.
it up and yeah, everybody cringes as it makes an excessive amount of noise. But the hut is full of sleeping painted men.
Okay, about
So,
like
and,
12 or whatever.
A couple of them kind of toss and turn at the noise. One of them actually kind of sits up and looks at the entrance to the hut, kind of looks just side to side real quick, not in your direction at all, and then lays back down.
My other thought is, since they're sleeping, we could go on full coup d'agris in
I was
here.
going to say, is there a coup d'agris in this game?
But
It's pretty risky.
and also we don't know if
There's
these guys
also
are
a
bad.
fire. We could just set their little huts on fire.
Oh,
And then they come running out screaming.
Oh, well, we
it'd be entertaining.
Put
We
something
would
in the
just-
door.
yeah, we
Way.
just-
You can
like-
you can open the back of the hut with
No,
your fingers.
not when it's on fire, baby. Set
Everything
that
gets-
sucker on fire from 3 different points.
No, but yeah, that'd be risky. Plus, we don't know if they're really evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're-
from
would-
you guys' standpoint.
Right. From a Grug Obak standpoint, we're assuming they're possessed by something
Right.
or something
Out of
has
their
controlled
control.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and Akhtar, they've never been aggressive before.
Right, and actually, Turk even said
Yep.
to me,
Yeah.
so,
So-
I've got no inclination to burn them
I'm
to a
gonna
crisp.
check the other 2.
Okay.
I mean, unless you guys want to check one of them.
Why don't you let Nate check one,
Well,
you can check the other.
You check them all,
Right.
and they all basically are dorms or barracks for
have
these
a dozen
for these
sleeping
guys.
in each
Oh
one.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so let's just
Let's go
Yeah,
on
let's
up
just
to the
move on up.
cataracts.
yeah. So I'll Coog say no children. Go up cave, up the cataract. It's fun in Caveman. You should try it.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just move on up.
All right, so climbing up the windy path. So everybody makes a climbing roll at a 3 bonus because it's really narrow and it's really
Gonna need
steep
that.
and it's really windy, but you get a 3 bonus because it's not like climbing. It's just
I made mine by 3.
I made mine exactly.
oof.
Made mine by 4.
Okay, so you all zigzagging as you're going up, very nervously, and you're kind of looking back at the huts to make sure nobody's coming out.
Right. And
you're-
those scouts. I mean, we are still wondering about those
Yeah,
scouts
where
that
the
were
scouts
out,
went.
Yep, and you are trying to hurry. Also,
cookers.
Lots of factors are involved, but you make it up to the top.
but Can we see the freshest footprints from up here, down and by the fire?
Gonna look back down by the fire to see.
Double our distance. No, okay.
At this point, though, on the way up, they probably wouldn't have carried the kids. So do we see smaller? Or does the tracker man see smaller footprints?
Oh, you mean like making them walk up the path?
Right, I mean, I don't
As
think
steep as
they'd
it
go
is.
through the extra burden of carrying them,
Yeah.
up
At
this
this
steep
point,
peak.
'cause they've already made it home.
Right, there's no rush.
Yeah. Do a tracking roll, Nate, because we're
Okay.
not gonna, because we're terrible.
That
So are
is. That's a 13.
Don't you need a third?
I missed it by 1.
Okay. You see tracks, but you can't decipher
Looks like
adults
it's
or
a
kids or anything.
Village full of small people.
Alrighty.
It's the village people.
Okay, so at the top of the ledge, I kind of want to
Yeah.
describe. So at the top of the ledge, looking down, you're 40 feet up above. It's really steep. You're like, whoa. And then you kind of looking out over the river going away and the sparse forest in the village. Turning to your left, you see that there's toward the waterfall. You see the bridge go extending across the 20-foot gap. That's a 40-foot drop down to the waterfall landing. And then there's a ledge on the other side that it kind of goes back in. Looks like there's a cave or something there. And then behind you now, or right by you on the ledge, it sort of goes back into a very large cave. The ceiling is probably 30 or 40 feet up.
Wow.
And it's probably about 30 or 40 feet wide. And it just kind of goes back and then it turns to the right.
Natural.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we just want to go in the cave then.
Yeah.
To our right behind us. Yeah.
All right, so the big, huge kind of tunnel
Right.
type
We'll
cave.
come back to the bridge later.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody make an IQ check. This is a hearing roll, so if you have, none of you have acute hearing or alertness, so standard IQ checks for hearing.
Oh, I'm going first. I need a 9, and I rolled a 7.
Woohoo!
I need a 10, and I rolled a 10.
I need 13, and I rolled an 8.
You all hear the cries of children
In this cave.
coming from ahead of you in the cave. You start going down the cave, and as soon as you sort of break the plane of the cave, the roaring waterfall noise is cut in half. Okay? Because of the acoustics of the cave and stuff. And you hear crying children coming from up ahead, obviously around the bend.
Yeah, let's start exploring. Do you want to stealth ahead?
They don't sound far off. They sound pretty close.
Oh, okay.
And honestly,
Yeah, I would be all for it, but at the same time, we got to be careful here. 'cause
Is
we
anybody
know-
impulsive, overconfident, megalomaniac? Anybody have those disadvantages?
Negative.
No.
Children can be considered animals. I have animal empathy, so I may want to
I
run.
have
to
no
help.
ties to children whatsoever, but
Unless their name's Neep.
Yeah, unless it's Neep. Yeah.
yeah.
Neeb. Anyways,
We have a fan that's not a fan of Neep.
oh my gosh.
I'm in the same boat, Cole.
Oh, you love Neeb. Well, Ovac
He
does.
hates that he has
Hated
to play
that little
all that.
POS.
Yeah, let's just go down the.
I don't think it seems as if this is kind of a natural kind of prison, if you will.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be like heavily guarded.
Right.
So
And I guess I'll lead.
the need to
since I'm-
stealth ahead, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll lead the way.
Yeah. Now you're most wounded.
Yeah, but I'm driving for the kids,
That's true.
so I'm gonna lead my way and go down the cave entrance. They want
Now-
to follow? Go ahead.
Now, I'm playing devil's advocate at this point. What happens when we free said children?
How do we know they need freeing?
Yeah, what's your? Yeah.
But I mean, like, okay, so say we, in this cave, say it doesn't connect to the one across the bridge and all that. Yay, we got the children. Hooray, we saved. Are we going to take them?
How are we gonna get them out of here? You mean?
Yeah, like, what are we going to do with them?
Well, at
Cool,
the very
you're
least
safe,
we can.
and we're going to lock you in here for safety. Don't worry, children. We'll be back. Like,
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends on the situation at that point. At that point, we could lure him up that
Story-wise,
steep
I think you've gone too far for that because his character would already be gone. But,
what?
as like a fatherly impulse,
Yeah.
as soon as he heard the kids crying,
path. Right.
Yeah,
he
would
may be
gone.
unconvincible at that point. But
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm already moving. So.
Okay, so in the back of my mind, I'm like, great.
Yeah.
yeah,
What are we going to do with
I
those kids?
understand that.
Yeah.
That was my first thought too. I was like, we can't have a train of kids. Just
All right, so Grug's going. He pulls his club out. He's ready to pound some heads if need be, and just moves with a purpose forward. And you guys look at Akhtar, Nulk, you look at each other and just follow Grug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to follow Grug because I have to protect him.
Spear out, bow out. What do you got?
Nah, a spear.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow suit. Yeah.
And your staff's all
Right.
All right, so yeah, it goes in and then turns pretty quickly, still being really wide and really tall, and it leads into a large room, really wide, really tall room, dead end. The room has 6 large wooden cages There are approximately 12 children in these cages.
Total.
Total.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking per cage.
I was
like,
too.
That's a lot.
I was
That
like,
is-
damn, they
yeah,
just been
they've been
stealing kids.
collecting.
How many children were taken from the village?
Yep.
16. So there are 4 missing children unaccounted for.
Is one of them his kid?
A quick scan by Grug,
Yep.
or by Coog,
Yep.
and yes,
One of them, of course it is.
Chukka is missing.
So you can't heal and you take my kid away.
Okay.
Why do I come here?
Greg's gonna rest.
I'm gonna
He's gonna crawl in the
But
cage.
more importantly, there are 3 painted men here, and they, as soon as you come around the corner, they turn and look at you. Let me see real quick. Yeah, they are not surprised by your appearance.
I'm gonna move to
Telepathy.
Telepathy.
So we're gonna fight 3 painted men. Let's do this.
And I'm gonna correct you right now, Brad. There were 3 painted men in here.
Oh dang!
So I'm
We're
gonna move
take
forward
out
and attack
6
the
feet.
first one, closest one. Because initiative order stays the same as before, right?
They still have a 5.5 movement.
These
speed,
these
I
guys
mean.
have 575, which is the same as Aktar.
And then it goes to
It goes to Dex,
Dex.
which they have an 11, so it is a roll. So we're gonna roll once, and we're gonna see one die. The highest gets to go first, and I got a 6, so you're gonna not go first.
if I got a
Unless you get a 6,
yeah,
and
we
then
can
you
tie
win
all
because
the way.
you're the player.
Yeah, that's ladies and
So-
gentlemen, that's a 6.
Aktar does get to actually go first. He squeaks ahead by
So same order as last time.
yep,
One tiny little-
fraction of a second.
So I'm gonna move up and attack the one closest to me.
Step and attack. So you just kind of couple steps.
I'm an all-out
forward,
attack.
No,
Oh, no, I can't.
you
Just
can't
step and
move, yeah,
attack.
you gotta
Step and
move.
attack, just attack. Oh wow, I rolled a 7.
Nice.
That's a hit,
Thought that was a 1-1 for a second.
Almost,
I was like,
yeah.
Oof.
and he does not parry you.
Good. I'm gonna hit him right in the.
And the 15.
Right in the 15.
Which I think is good news.
Probably foot.
Yeah.
It is foot.
It is foot,
It is
yeah.
foot.
Here we go again. All
They
right.
should have made them. I don't know. 15's not a middle number, so never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15 and 16 is kind of
They
hard
did.
to roll.
They did
but-
make the middle numbers.
We're just
Or
really
so.
good at hitting them. Well, we know this works. I'm using the tactic
That's
that we know
true,
works.
yeah.
All right, so that's crushing damage. Go ahead and roll your damage,
8 damage.
which winds up being 4 damage.
And
Breaking
breaks his foot.
Oh,
Yeah, there it
breaks.
is. And so it begins.
Painted man number 1 has a broken right foot. Here we go again.
So it
All right,
begins.
Nulk, you got
Okay.
your spear.
Yep, I'm gonna go up to Painted Man number 1.
That's the one I'm fighting.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna tag team it.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll just to the other 2 myself, apparently.
So 12 needing a 14, so that's a hit,
And, all right.
and that is a 15, which is the same foot.
you gotta see that 50-50
Poor
shot.
bastards. Well, you hit him in the same foot, and that foot has already had blown through, so you do 0 damage.
Oh, okay.
You're hitting him in a,
his
in a,
bones
in
in
a
that foot are just
pulpy,
pulp.
broken
Yeah.
foot. You just stab at it
Well,
and
like
club it.
as
You
a
saw
spear, can I,
Greg.
like, yeah, can I just like stab it as he has it like clubbed and just like kind of like basically have it hanging from a tendon or two?
You sure?
Sure.
So bleeding damage.
No.
Part of me wants to hit that guy again because I know I'll get a 15,
Or 16.
but I'm gonna try guy number 2.
Okay, well, just FYI, guys, number 2 and 3 are going to all-out attack, so...
Well, you could tag team guy number 1.
Let's see. I don't have any damage at this point, so I'm gonna go with number 1 again.
Okay, so
Yeah,
all
I'm
3 of
gonna
you just
swing
kind of
at him
ran at
again.
the same guy
Yep.
and
We're
club
just
him in
gonna
the
try and take
foot,
one.
stab him in the foot,
the same
and
foot.
then
And then I'm
staff him in the foot.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
We got positive thoughts here. Yep. I'm not even gonna hit him.
No, you're gonna
Doesn't-
miss.
Doesn't matter.
All right. So their turn. So guy number 1 gets a 4 penalty on his attack, so he needs to roll a 7 to hit, which he did not, so he missed. Guys number 2 and 3 are doing 2 attacks each. They're not getting a bonus of 4, they're just doing 2 attacks each. Let me see who they're attacking. So guy number 2 is going to attack Coog, and guy number 3 is going to attack Nulk.
Okay.
I like these
This is
guys.
where you like
All
to
right,
be. Yeah.
so 2 attacks on Coog. Skill is 11.
Okay.
So 12 is a miss. And that's a hit. 10. So,
And then I parry.
yep.
I did not.
Okay, so hit you in the 13
Ooh, right in the 13.
near leg, so your right leg.
Okay.
And your right leg thus takes... Do you have any DR there?
No.
So that is... And it's impaling, so 5 damage to your right leg.
Okay.
Kind of stabs you in the upper part of your right leg. And guy number 3 attacks Nulk twice. That's a miss. And that's a miss, 14. All right.
Yay!
What happens when you go down? Once you get below
Once
your
you
hit?
once you get to 0 or fewer, you have to make a health roll, standard full health roll, every round to stay conscious.
Okay.
Once you get to negative, whatever your health was positive,
Right.
you have to make survival rolls.
Okay. I'm just at 12 of 13 damage, so
Oh, so you have 1 hit point. So
I got one hit
your
point left.
movement is greatly reduced right now.
yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm not going to need no movement when I'm about to do this guy.
And we are on to round 2. So what are we doing?
Are they close enough to where I could hit 2 of them? All out attack and split my
Yeah,
attacks?
guy number 1 is the
And-
one you attacked, and
Yep.
guy number 2 came over and attacked you. So
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
What are they attacking with?
spears,
Okay.
the stone spears,
Right.
so
So
similar
that's
to what
right.
you're using.
Yeah.
My attack on 1, which is going to be a 11.
And you don't have a penalty because you have high pain threshold.
Yep, I have a high pain threshold because I'm awesome.
So that's a hit on guy number 1.
And then guy number 2, which is going to be 13, which is a hit. I need a 13. So.
Okay. So guy number 1 attempts to parry. Missed 14. He did not parry. Guy number 2 is all out attacking again, so he doesn't even get a chance.
Ha, punk. Okay,
So guy number 1, where'd you hit him?
I'm going to hit him right in the 11.
That is lower torso.
Almost a crotch shot.
Lower torso, crushing damage.
8.
8 times 1 is 8. Okay.
And guy number 2, he's going to take one right in the, an 8.
And the 8. 8 is looking for 8. Where's 8?
Arms.
Arm.
Arm,
Army.
near arm.
So his right arm.
Is it right-handed?
Yep. Yeah,
Sure is.
everybody's right-handed.
For 7 damage.
So arm, 7 damage. The most damage he can take in his arm is 5.
You're bro good.
That was guy number 2.
Yep.
He's weaponless.
So yeah, you hit him in the arm and he kind of drops his spears. His arm kind of, you hear a crunchy crack noise as your club smashes into his bicep.
Roger.
Broke a bone. Pleasant. All right, Nulk.
All right, so who dropped their weapon?
Guy number
Which
2.
one? Number 2. Where's number 3?
Attacking you.
Okay.
Right
Number
in front,
3
right,
was
right in front of you with a spear.
okay. So then I am going to. I'm just gonna regular attack. I'm not gonna full out attack. So
Okay.
just regular old attack. That is a 12. 14 is what I needed, so
Okay.
beat it.
And he's all out attacking, so he gets no defense roll.
Okay, and then we're doing a 12 far leg
So left leg.
for 5 damage.
5 leg. Most he can take is 5.
Was that on yours? On 3?
Yeah, he's
3.
new.
Yeah.
We
Broke
haven't
his
wounded
leg.
him
Nope,
yet.
it's not. If he takes over the blow through, then like,
Oh, okay.
if he had done
6.
6,
There
you
then
go.
it would have crippled the leg.
I'm going to do an all-out attack on Nate's fella.
On
Number 3?
Painted Man number 3.
Need a 16. That's going to be a 10.
That's a hit.
And we're going to hit him right in the 9.
Upper torso.
And it's going to be for 7.
There is no blow through for torso. Ow! That was a great round for you guys. So their turn. Guy number 1 collapses to the ground.
Yay.
Guy number 2, who
Has no weapon.
Yep, you broke his
Broken
arm. He actually goes down to his waist and pulls out a small bone knife, like a bone stabby knife,
Wielding with his offhand.
wheeling with his offhand. And he's not going to be as good,
Ballsy, yeah.
right? And a bone knife isn't as good as what you're using
Right,
as your
right.
stone knife. So,
Okay.
but he's not going to be able to attack this round because he got hit, boom, and then he's oh no, he did an all-out attack. So he gets 2 attacks, and his first is going to be to ready, and then his second is going to be to attack. So yeah, he is actually going to get to attack you, but his penalties are gross. So he probably won't hit you.
Yeah, you say that.
5, so I need a 6.
All
hit
you need is 1 damage.
Roll the 6.
That's a,
Roll the 4.
that's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
So he hits you.
All right. Does he, though?
With the bone knife.
I did an all-out attack.
Yeah, you did.
Balls.
He hits you in the 12
Oh, right in the 12.
far leg, so your left leg.
Left leg.
Didn't you get hit in that leg already with
Nope,
this?
got hit in the right leg, sucker.
Oh, so now your other
Good
leg
try.
is hit.
He's just gonna carry right now.
Yeah.
Oh, so that is piercing damage of 2. Do you have any DR in your leg?
I do not.
So piercing.
One
2,
cloth and boots. That's all I
times
need.
1. So you take 2 damage, a 2 damage wound to your left leg, and that takes you to -1, though, doesn't it?
Correct.
Okay.
So do you do anything
Well-
taking that much?
It's not my turn.
Nope, he doesn't roll until the beginning of his turn.
Because if you do some audible thing where you're like, I'm getting effed up, then I'm gonna help you out.
I don't need your help.
Guy number 3 collapses to the ground.
Yeah.
So there's only one man left. Guy number 2 who has a broken arm and he's wielding a bone knife that he just stuck into
That apparently he's pretty good
Coog's
with,
leg and yanks it out.
from what we know. All right, I'm going to try and not pass out.
Oh yeah, health roll. Standard health roll.
13 or less. Rolled a 7.
Okay, so
So we're good
you
there.
get to act normally.
I'm going to all-out attack him.
Normally with a penalty, but high pain threshold. So
Yeah.
actually, you might not even. You just got stabbed in the leg, and you just look at him and growl
I'm going to take the club, and I'm going to all-out attack. I'm going to take the +4.
and aim for his head.
And I want to aim. I'm going to aim for his. What's his other foot that's not broken? What's his other foot? What's the not broken
We've
foot?
only broken 15, so 16.
16.
So yeah, foot number 16. Aiming
4 penalty?
Aiming at a foot.
2, I think.
I think it was a 4 because
Aiming at a
was
foot
5.
is a 4 penalty, and
'Cause
you
it
get
didn't make-
and you get a 4 bonus because you're
Yep.
doing an all-out
It
attack.
didn't make sense to aim for the foot instead of the head, but it makes sense in this case. So I need a 13. Oh my. Oh, 11. We're good. 11. Parry that, son.
All right.
I don't think he can he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't do an all-out attack.
Oh.
Oh, he did, actually.
He didn't
say-
go there. This is a new
This is
round.
a new round.
Oh, yeah.
But and he's not because now he needs to go defensive because it's 3-on-1. So
Yeah.
he is doing standard, attack and defend.
All right, so now that you stated all that, roll.
I rolled a 5.
Nope, you can't pre-roll. That's a pre-roll. Damn it.
Yeah, he already did it.
Oh, but his parry is halved with a knife. But I rolled a 5, and his parry is 7. So 3 and 4. Oh no, he didn't parry.
Yeah.
He tries to block it with his knife. Oh, but it's too small. If he had a spear, it would have worked. But so go ahead and
You want to know what damage he takes to that foot, Brad? 8.
crunch. so he falls.
But he only takes 3.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, but
and he falls to the ground, falls to a knee,
On
and
his
then
knees.
falls to his other knee.
Gonna get executed.
No, he hasn't been hit in the foot yet. He's only been hit in the arm. That was the first hit.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
arm
that was
guy.
the first guy.
Yeah.
balls. What was the guy we did the foot on? 2?
No, it was
No,
1.
this is guy number 2. Guy number 2's only been hit in the right arm.
Oh,
Guy
I thought
number
this was guy number 1.
Yeah.
No, guy
Number
number 1
1
collapsed.
took it in the foot. Number
Oh.
3 took it in the leg.
Well, now he's footless.
Well, yeah. Now his 15 foot and his right arm. So I'm gonna say his left foot and his right arm are all gimped out. And he's holding a bone dagger hammer style in his left hand.
His left foot and his right arm have been clubbing.
And
you know what I'm saying?
he already swung a defensive swing to try and parry your attack and failed, leaving himself open to Nulk, who
I'm going to do a all-out attack +4 to his heart.
ooh,
Whoa. That's intense.
Sounds like 7 to me.
heart is a 4 penalty. So a
Same
standard
as a foot?
standard. Yeah, but typically people
Head
have
is 5.
defense on the heart. But he's a naked man.
Yeah, not this dude. He's got lead paint.
Take him out.
That is an 11, needing a 14.
Oh no.
And he can't parry.
And it's a spear,
Oh, my.
shoving it into his.
So I don't need to roll hit location?
No,
do
you
I?
don't. You just roll damage.
Okay.
Minimum.
So 2 damage.
And he has no DR, and it's tripled. So 6 damage to the heart. So yeah,
And I just stabbed that dude in the chest.
right. You stabbed him in the chest. Oh, and you yank it back out. And
No, I just leave it in.
Damn.
I'm waiting for my next counterpart
It'd
to
actually be more damage to take it out, but
No, I just want
okay.
I want to keep him in place so that you can bash his skull in.
Yeah, that's my plan. I just want to do the whole baseball swing, you know.
Are you going to do an all-out attack for 2 hit to his head?
No, I don't have enough confidence to make that 12. Or 11, actually, with
Dude,
that 5 penalty.
just do 2 hits. Whack, whack. As I'm just stabbing him in the chest.
I'm just going to leave it up to fate. If I break his other leg / foot, it's fine with me.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you doing all out attack?
All out attack, yeah.
2 attacks or just a
Just
plus?
the +4.
Okay, so 16.
Good instincts.
That is why. Yeah.
Good
So
instincts.
you rolled a 16,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So where'd you hit him?
In the 12.
In the left leg.
3.
3 damage.
Yep.
Ow! And now it's his turn. Let's see what happens.
Still
Spear
up,
in a
still
spear,
up
still in
somehow. Yeah. He's probably got to make some
He's-
kind of conscious roll.
He's still up and he's not dead. So he grabs with his broken arm. He kind of like flimsy grabs, hold onto it weakly onto that spear that is in his chest, and then reaches and kind of swings in a cutting motion across, aiming for your neck.
Oh.
Nulk.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So neck,
Is nothing?
veins, arteries, cutting attacks only. Oh no, neck -5. So he's got a.
He's got to roll a 3.
Well, yeah, he's got to roll 3 because he has
It
a
was a 6.
6, 7, 8, 9. He has an 11 penalty to his skill, which is 11. So 3 is a hit. That's a 7. Scary,
Which is actually
but
pretty
it's
good.
a miss.
Pretty good roll. Yeah.
So yeah, he's all, blood's already spitting up out of his mouth. He swings this bone knife feebly at you and misses.
Now, as that he's so weak, can I take that same knife? Like that can I take basically his hand
And turn it around and stab it
and
into
just
him.
stab it, like turn it on him?
So you want to grab his knife hand,
Yep.
turn it, and stab it
Basically
into
have him stab himself.
it. You can do that. I'm going to have to look that up.
Before he does that, I'm going to break his other foot. All out attack, +4.
You got to make a consciousness roll.
Oh, yeah, I got to make a conscious roll. Ooh, that was a good one. I rolled an 8. So I'm still conscious.
Okay.
I'm going to roll on his other foot. Oh, yeah, I made it big time. 9. Actually, what did I need? I get a +4,
You needed a 13. Whatever your skill is what you needed.
Definitely not 19.
but all out attack.
Right, +4 to do
17.
that, but -4 for the foot.
Oh, that's right. I'm aiming at the foot. Yeah, so, anyways, I hit. So 2 damage. 6 damage.
Which is 3 damage.
Which is 3, breaking his other foot.
Yep. So yeah, he's in the middle of falling to the ground. Spear still in him, and you're holding on to the spear with one hand. As you go to grab, go ahead and make a dex check to see if you can grab his arm. It's a contest of dexes. So you roll your dex, I roll my dex, and I have a penalty of
12, and I have a 13 dex.
So you
I
beat yours
it
by 1, and he beat his. No, he got his exactly. So you did grab it, even with his penalties. So I rolled really well, but because he's all woggly and boogly,
Yeah, his leg's broken and his foot's broken.
but his feet are broken, his arm's broken, and he's got a spear in his chest. So he swings his knife, misses, and you just kind of reach up, grab his wrist, his knife wrist, and now it's a contest of strengths. Ooh, you have to beat your strength by 4.
I did not. I lost it by 3.
Right. So it's one of those you're trying you've grabbed it and you're turning it, and he's kind of fighting against you. Not he's not bringing his other arm up to help.
This
but
mother liquor.
he's like,
This is the boss fight right here. We have found the boss.
Upon seeing that, I'm going to take my hand, put it right over Nolk's, and shove.
Teamwork!
My strength, yep. Seeing what his plan is.
okay, make a standard dex check,
I mean, Aktar needs a kill.
which you did.
That's
Wow.
6. Yep.
Jesus.
And now make your strength check without even having to just make it. There, you don't have to make it by any number.
He only
Just-
has a
That's
9
not.
strength.
Yeah, that's not easy. 12.
all right.
Now we're
so
both trying to shove
yeah,
this knife
this-
through.
which basically means it's going to happen next round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I know of the knowledge of this guy, of Coog, if there's... So you said there's no written... Would I know that? That they don't have writing yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to check them for, like, notes or something. But, all right, I'm going to look around, make sure there's no one else in here, and then just try and go let the children out. We recognize all these children as our
Yep,
children.
They're all from your village.
I don't think we should
but
let 'em
there's
out.
but there's 4 missing.
Yeah.
One of them is your son.
Okay, well, I want to go up to one of them, the oldest.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and finish the combat.
He's dead.
That you're walking away from.
Yeah, you guys go first. So yeah. All right. So you're like, ugh, it actually isn't really good. Even now, even still, it's hard to get him. But you stab him kind of like at the base of his neck, upper chest area. Kind of above your spot, 4 or 5 inches above where your spear's in his chest. And you stab him with his own bone knife, and he gurgles one final gurgle and then just goes limp on your spear.
I'm sorry.
All right, so, and now, Coog, you kind of like, they got this, and you're going over and inspecting the cages with the kids.
I heard the gods say, he'll be dead next round. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just going to move on. Yeah, so I want to go talk to, like, the eldest of the kids.
Okay. I'll give that child a name.
Yeah, let's give it a name.
Eskin.
Eskin is his name?
Yep.
Boy, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go up to him and be like, Coog, look for Chukka. Have seen?
They took some of us. Chukka, they took Chukka, and he says off, they took Chukka and Reg and Grit and Lobi.
Do you know where?
No, we've been in cage. No, where they took them.
How many took them?
What?
How many guys came and took them?
Oh, one each.
Yeah, just the 4. And there's only one way in and one way out of this cave, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, it wouldn't matter where they went from here then.
No, they wouldn't have been able to see anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of curves, it sounds like.
Coog wonder in travel after taken come here first. I wanted to say immediately and kidnapping so freaking
immediately
bad.
It was like right on my mind.
He basically, Eskin relays the events as they happen. He's like, we came here, they take boat, bring us across, lead us up all tied by rope. They don't have rope. Lead us up windy ramp and put us in cages. And then later they come and they take, then he says the 4 names again.
The 4 names, yeah.
Right.
They feed you.
No.
They hurt you.
No.
They scare you.
Yes.
With knife and axe.
Eskin is afraid, but him leader of group of people here, so Eskin must be a man and help and fight off painted men.
Eskin, stay strong. You safe in cage. Coog, be back.
Peace out, Coog.
Much love, young brother.
Brother.
All right, so then we'll just head and let's go across the bridge then.
Yeah.
All right, so as you go out of the cave and you're approaching the bridge, you all obviously just reflex instinctively look down at the camp. Everybody make an IQ roll.
Made mine by 1.
Lost mine by 2.
Okay. Well, everybody looks down there, and Grug, you kind of stop in your tracks. And you're in the front, so everybody kind of bumps into you.
Right.
You see that the lump of meat on the stick.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't notice before, but you see a small, like childlike leg coming off of the bottom of one of the lump of meat.
Oh man.
Basically, it's one of the children.
Yeah.
They've decapitated, removed its arms and legs.
Are we pretty sure?
Yeah.
Or are you just messing with us to go down there and look at that damn
No,
lump of meat?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, you're pretty sure.
Okay. I'm going to point it out to them. But
If I would have made that ceremony roll.
yeah. So I'm going to point it out to the other 2 and then be like, Coog, think we need to move faster. Must find children. And my children, Chukka. That's his name. Must find Chukka.
What if that's Chukka?
Could be.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to say could be Chukka.
Yeah.
No,
I'm going to
not
whisper
gonna-
that to Nolk.
I'm not gonna do that mental damage to him. But I'm thinking it. I'm like,
Well, I'm sure in the back of his
That's
mind he's
your
thinking
kid.
it too, but
Could be, yeah.
you've
At this
got to
point,
have
you
the
can't,
hope to
yeah.
where it's like it's a someone else and you can still find yours. So
but I
that's,
mean, at least you did attempt at making Chukka 2.
I did.
That's
yeah.
true. Chukka
She
2 could be growing.
She could be on her way right now. He could be a she. Did they have she's then? Anyways, all right, we're going across the bridge.
What?
That is fast. 2 days. Baby's on its way.
Well, yeah, it's on its way as soon as the spermies hit the eggies.
Yeah, it's storks flying.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, pterodactyls at this time, but yeah. Nonetheless.
Pterodactyl. Yeah.
But nonetheless, cross the bridge.
Okay, so cross the bridge, and you kind of go across the bridge and turn and look at the sort of recessed. The ledge kind of recesses back into the cliff face, and sure enough, at the back of the recessed area, about 20 feet back in, is a large cave, and there's obviously the ochre that they use to paint themselves red and black. They've also used to paint like a big black circle with lines, like wiggly lines coming off of it above the arch, above the cave entrance.
Does it look like spider webs to us in any way, shape, or form?
Spider web, big black ball with some little squiggly lines
coming off the outside.
Coming off of the outside of the
okay.
big black ball.
Okay. I thought you were saying on the inside. Okay.
Maybe spider, maybe
Yeah.
like a black ball for the body and the squiggly legs.
Yeah, I was
lines
thinking.
for
I was thinking
legs,
of like
perhaps?
the black hole with like maybe wisps coming off of it, kind of a
that
thing.
could be it too. Both of those thoughts enter your minds as you're
Okay.
as you kind of shoot each other a sideways glance.
All right, let's go in there. Leading the way. I'm charging full force. Actually, well, that's what I was going to ask before we had to do the perception check. What do we do as far as combat goes?
Oh, you're negative.
Because I'm negative, yeah, so...
You're at -1.
-1, yep.
So how many wounds did you take in that fight?
2.
So you took 2 wounds.
Left leg and right leg.
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, Ace Ventura.
All right, so you have
I gotta
to
make-
make your roll by 1, basically.
Spears and
13. Just gotta roll low. It's
Now,
pretty
can
low.
I can't assist.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, Cole. I'm leaving it on you. You mother. God damn.
I mean,
I can't control the rolls.
I rolled the exact same time as Cole, and I got a 9.
What'd you roll, Cole, for the listeners at home?
15.
Then you needed a what?
13.
I hate everything about you.
I'm sorry.
It's a 1 and done.
So basically what happens is Grug's bandaged so he's not bleeding out. You guys kind of keep going. You cross the bridge. Grug's adrenaline is pumping. He sees the kid as the meat on the stick. He's like, no, what? No! And it gets really ragey, and his adrenaline goes again, and he gets around the corner and looks at the cave and sees what looks like is possibly some sort of primitive ochre black art
So I
of
just
a
need to-
spider. And then he's like, he looks at Nulk and is like, ugh. And then he's overcome by pain and he passes out.
Okay. I didn't know if I needed to keep making health checks. Cool. Have fun in the cave, you jerk-offs.
So without Coog,
We're having some fun.
Coog's gonna have to stay there for a week.
You're more than a week now.
Yeah.
well, no,
more
he
than a
is
week.
unconscious for 2 hours.
Okay.
No, 1 hour.
So do we want to hang out for an hour?
Probably should. I mean, is it?
I mean, after 1 hour, he's gonna go charging in and take 1 hit, and then pass out again.
Yeah, but I mean, between the parries and if he does all-out defense, he might be able to. He does a lot of damage. I feel like you and I are like, I don't know. Sure, we'll go without him. What the hell? Well, how bad can an hour be alone?
Where are you going to put him? In the cage room, in one of the cages? But just like unlock the cage? Or, well, actually, it's not locked.
Now
it's
here
just,
comes
it's just,
that camouflage
it's just-
skill of yours.
it's
Yeah,
just
you
He's
use
a
so bad.
stationary object
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
You wanna use it so
you
bad,
could use
Mr.
camouflage on him here,
Camouflage Man.
but not really, because there's nothing to camouflage him with.
Rocks.
We can't just
cover
like-
him up with
yeah, we
rocks.
just can't- we
Cover
just
him up
can't,
with
like-
rocks and leave his like a little face hole where he
Air
can breathe
hole.
out of.
Yeah, just like mud on top of him.
Well, you're on like a stone,
any mud
smooth
anymore.
stone ledge up here, 40 feet above, up on the cliff. There's not
Can we
mud
just
or rocks.
Kill
really.
a child and put it on.
Jesus. No.
Greg, that's an edit.
Yeah.
Fine. God, you guys just
Yeah, I
hate
guess
my
we can put him
ideas.
back in the cage, one of the cages. Here, kids.
Well, I mean, we could tuck him. Like, I can camouflage him behind one of the cages.
Right. Well, the cages are not. They don't have a door or anything. They just lift up. You basically lift. It doesn't have a bottom to it, so it's basically just like a box that is like a cage that they've put them. Flip the box over and put them over top of them, kind of thing. And the kids aren't strong or smart enough to work together to lift or anything to lift up the cage.
Well, what I was thinking is
Well, we're
kind
already
of
by
like
the waterfall. Yeah, just leave
Just
him.
throw them over the waterfall.
Just leave. just leave him here.
he'll be belly up. He can just kind of float around. He won't drown.
It's actually pretty soothing rest.
It actually
some-
helps.
It counts as rest.
need
Some
rest.
would, yeah, some would say.
Yeah, I need
Good
rest.
have
Well,
your
no,
time.
I was thinking if we just drag him back across the bridge and kind of camouflage him.
Behind one of the cages.
Yeah, or something. Just kind of
fine.
make him
Move 2 cages together and put them
Well, it
behind
depends on
it.
what's in this cave, too. Just drag me into the cave a little ways.
So
Everybody,
we're gonna put him.
everybody just kind of looks at him straight face, like, really?
No, why not?
Yes, I'm sure there's healing fairies in this cave coming up.
Yeah, there's not going to be patrols or anything
Yeah, or
like
any
that.
more bad things.
Now, what do I know? I'm unconscious. I'm getting rest.
We're gonna
Yeah.
put you in behind 2 of the cages. I like that idea.
Okay. So go ahead and make a camouflage roll, Mr. Nulk.
Oh, God.
What is your camouflage skill?
I lost by 2.
Okay. But you have some help with the kids. So basically, he's not camouflaged really well just because of lack of materials to do it. But you kind of instruct, you tell the kids, hey, make sure you just kind of stay in front of Coog so that if anybody comes in, they don't see him. You got to be strong, got to be brave, kids, kind of thing. Give them that talk and hope they listen because, it's a bunch of
Kids.
kids that are between the ages of like 4 and 10. All right, so you do that with Coog, and then Nulk and Akhtar, you're going without your muscle into the.
Muscle. He was a handicap
Yeah,
this
he's
whole time.
really just dead weight.
And to be honest,
Almost literally.
he wouldn't have been down if our healer healed. So
At least one
Wow,
of the 2
you
times.
know
Oh,
what?
at least
these
one of the
heal
2
checks
times.
are absurd. Okay,
Our off healer.
you got it when the pressure was off there, dipstick. All right.
All right.
You put the pressure on. Yeah, you roll like ass.
Go get him.
Okay, so here we go. So you guys cross back over the bridge. Still no sign of any painted men. I mean, the 3 that were around the fire when you first got to the village, Nulk, those were the 3 that were guarding the children that you just dispatched.
Okay.
No sign of the ones that were sleeping down in the tents or in the huts. No sign of them moving or coming up or anything. Still nobody outside. So you cross back over the bridge and you're standing in front of the smaller cave entrance. This isn't like a big 20 by 20 cave. This is like, normal size, probably 8-foot ceiling and, 8-foot wide, roughly, cave, natural cavern into the cliffside. Going in, the light from outside floods into the inner chamber as you go into the cavern. It is a natural cavern. There are several. It's a pretty big room. It's probably the ceiling vaults up to about 30 feet up. The depth of the room, as you're standing at the entrance, all the way across, is about 200 feet. The width of the room is about 75 feet wide. You do see another exit about halfway across the room in the wall, the left-hand wall, which is going toward the waterfall, just kind of to keep your bearings. There are several floor-to-ceiling stalagmite, stalactite columns connected. And then there are also a couple stalactites and stalagmites that aren't connected, kind of smaller and throughout the room. Of note in this room, on the far wall, kind of on the right-hand side of the far wall, almost like the corner, if there was a corner of this natural cavern, is a raised sort of stone plateau, which looks natural, but it can't be, using your Ovax knowledge. It was worked stone, and on it is a large, very crudely made spider. It's like made with sticks and twigs, and it's dyed black to make it, but it looks like a giant black widow. But there's no sign of any painted men here.
Have fun.
Okay, so initial thought that this is the general worship room where the high priest or whatever of the group goes back through the tunnel and connects with Loth. Which you don't know this, but
Yes.
Cole's just staring at him. What?
Yeah, I mean, I know it as a person, but I don't know it as a character, so.
but I feel like that's where they communicate, and then the priest comes out and tells all of the other painted men. So this is kind of it's more of a church, is what I'm thinking, like feeling. It's kind of the altar towards the middle of the group, middle of the room, where everyone can gather around, and the high priest comes. but it's only used for ceremonies or sacrifices to the god. So we don't know when they sacrifice and or worship the god, but I feel like hanging out around here waiting would be a bad idea. You concur?
Yeah. Especially without full power of the three of us.
Well,
But
I mean,
I don't think he's gonna come alone. Maybe he will.
So, all thought aside, go.
Go.
In or out?
I'm gonna go in.
Oh, I'm gonna follow.
Okay. So you go into the large room, very large natural cavern. Like I said, light is flooding in from outside, pretty much lighting up the whole cavern. It gets a little dim toward the back, but, you can still see. The side passage is going off, and as you go into the room, and, like I said, it's about halfway across the room, so it's about 100 feet in. You go in that far, looking over to the side, looking down that side passage. It looks like it slopes, almost immediately slopes downwards. And it's kind of windy. Still natural, no like steps or anything, just sort of a sloping down, natural exit hallway from this big room.
Is it lit?
Nope.
Oh, it's lit. It's gonna be lit.
It's very dark.
There's no other exit.
Nope, that's the only one you can see.
Okay. I say we get out of this common meeting area and down further.
I concur.
Because
I like that idea.
Well, because
There's nothing here.
There's nothing here yet.
Yeah.
But as soon as the sun goes down, those people are gonna wake up and start coming in. So let's get out of this common area into more of a.
My only problem is what
Sanctuary.
is the other place used for?
You don't know until you look, buddy.
Look, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I like
down.
it, and we're gonna go down.
All right, so your eyes adjust a little bit, so it's not like completely pitch black yet, but it's going to be if it goes much further in and down. So you start going down, and it gets darker and darker, and it's pretty windy. So you're getting to the point where you're actually gonna have to put your hand on the wall, just to kind of keep your bearing and windiness, because it's getting pitch black where you can't see anything as it winds, still sloping downward. Keep going.
Yeah.
I see no reason to stop.
Okay, so it winds, and as you come around one bend, you see sort of a flickering light from up ahead. Okay, lighting up the tunnel way kind of ahead of you. And as you keep going, you start to hear like moaning and chanting noises.
Say it better not be chanting. Of course it is.
It's like moaning and chanting noises, and it's all like female voices.
Ooh.
All right.
a
Well,
sexy
that's-
party.
that is. I've had a change of heart.
Yeah, I'm glad Grug's up there.
All right, so
He's got a wife anyway. It's taken.
You got some stealth rolls here for me?
Stealth
Well,
roll-
actually, only the person in front. Who's in front?
Okay,
Nulk
I will be.
Nulk is gonna.
Nulk is
stealth
probably
roll.
in front. So go ahead, Nulk. You kind of go up and peek around where the light source is coming from, as stealthy as you can.
Okay. I beat it by 1.
Okay, good enough. And you peek around, and you see that the passage you've been following winds and stops winding and opens up into a large room, approximately the same dimensions as that first room. About 200 foot long, almost 100 foot wide. You're kind of coming in at one end of the room. Looking into the room, you see a lot of pillars, floor to ceiling columns, and there are actually torches along the walls.
Ooh.
And you notice that the torches are actually like made torches, like medieval age and
D&D style
technology.
Right.
Way above.
Far superior. than
Yeah, instead of just like, burning a stick and, like making a fire and pulling a stick out of the fire as a torch, which is what these guys do, Akhtar. These are actually torches that you would find in like a medieval castle. And they're all along the walls, kind of giving it a dim, almost an eerie red flickery glow to this huge room. And just all throughout the room, there's like hides and looks like bedding, like that what you would use in caveman time or in Ice Age, Stone Age bedding, hides and stuff on the floor. And probably 100 women.
You lucky son.
Completely naked, writhing and moaning all over the ground. And, at first you're like, whoa.
That's definitely...
That's awkward,
But
guys.
something that you notice is about a third of them are very
I was
pregnant.
going to say they're pregnant.
About a third of them are very pregnant. And on further inspection of the room, you see that there are 2 other exits on the other side of this large room, the 200 feet across on the other end of this long room. There are 2 exits, one on each side of the other end of the room. And the writhing women are all there, and they're just moaning, and some of them are chanting, and many of them, at least a third of them, are very pregnant.
Can you make out the chants at all?
No, it's in some strange language that you've never heard before.
What about even OVAC D&D wise?
Yeah.
Nope, same thing.
Same
okay.
Okay.
But it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess we'll find out what you guys are going to do next week.
I'll tell you what they're going to do.
Oh, I don't
100
think we could
naked
say what
women.
we're going to do.
Oh, I'm gonna put on some fur and I'm gonna stealth snake my way through,
Just through them?
100
There'll be more than a third pregnant when we're out of there, let me tell you that much.
Actar's going to put on some Locktar Vandross.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.